Well, hello there, you tiny children with far too much responsibility on your backs. Welcome back to Crusader Kings II. First things first, I should point out I have COVID, so episodes may be somewhat delayed, or I don't know what's going to go on with it. I feel absolutely fine, so regular schedule for the foreseeable future, at least for the next few days, whatever. Just thought I'd let you know up front, that's all. Not so that, not that I'm worried about you getting infected or whatever, just if it suddenly hits me out of nowhere, there might be a missing episode or something like that. Anyway, we played as a tiny child for the most part of yesterday, so it was a very slow episode, but we're through the looking glass. Godslayer Gengar, our Han Norse ruler of Iceland, our 13-year-old, is almost educated. 3 more years and then we'll have a full character on our hands. Education is a mixed bag so far. Honest is okay. Certainly not a terrible trait. Could have been a lot worse. And he developed lunacy, which I assumed was down to his fairly incestuous family, which, to be fair, is very, very reasonable to expect. A lot of people point out, of course, it's more likely down to our old blood of Varma the Daft, the man who, quote-unquote, killed Cthulhu, at least according to him. So we do have that lunacy persisting through there. I believe if characters get lunacy through inbreeding, it shows up when they're a baby, rather than turning up when they're, 12 or whatever. I think it's a mean chance to happen, so it can happen sometime randomly in their life. We just happen to get, I guess, unlucky in the situation and get it when he turns 12. But it can happen whenever. But it is also worth mentioning that the inbreeding coefficient in our dynasty right now is probably quite significant. Our grandmother and our grandfather, from separate sides of the family, were brother and sister, which is a little bit dangerous. Our mother was also our great aunt. Oh, no. It's worse than I thought. Out of all of our relatives, it's only Thordis the youthful that is, come from a different dynasty. No way. And to be honest, I bet if you trace this back far enough, she's probably related to us somewhere or somehow because of how kind of insular the Nordic cultures are. Anyway, let's get on with it. No more messing around. We spent a lot of time yesterday messing around because we didn't really have a choice. We did get shipbuilding too, which was a very significant development there. That's given us all the ships we could ever need. Might be worth changing the retinue around again, assuming we get a good enough commander. I think it's alright how it is. Let's just get back out there while we're waiting for these last few years of our babby to be formed, and then we'll see what we can do. And our character's in a very, very good situation right now. He could end up being very good. Bear in mind, we've got Curious, which if it turns into Shrewd, we've got something very, very good in our hands. If Fussy becomes Patient, that would be very, very good. And our Guardian just happens to be... Oh, I thought it was Patient. My bad, he's Diligent. But either way, that's still good. He is Shrewd, so the chance of us also coming out Shrewd is significant. Not necessarily guaranteed. Certainly not that. But it's... I have high hopes. Let's put it that way for our little guy here. Chan philosophy spreads. Okay. Chan philosophy has become the rage amongst Anglo-Saxons and a permanent feature among them. What the hell does that do, I wonder? I have no clue. Well, there we are. What will they think of next, I wonder? Those Anglo-Saxons. So, a lot of people... Oh, shit. We get to pick a whole bunch of different outcomes here. Now, hold on. Bear in mind we're going for stewardship. Either brooding or conscientious would be gigantic. Looking at this at a glance, in my honest opinion, as a seasoned Crusader Kings II veteran with over 4,000 hours in the game, the top one is immediately what I was drawn to there. Willful becomes either ambitious, brave, or stubborn. For our current character, any of those are good. Stubborn gives a significant stewardship bonus. Playful, incredibly good for our character. Either gregarious, deceitful, or lunatic. We've already got arguably the worst outcome, and even then, lunatic isn't that bad. The others are very, very good. Conscientious is what we're after. Can become either diligent, our guardian's diligent, or temperate. Again, very good for stewardship. I'll call a servant. So, sorry, I should read the event here rather than getting into the meta of it. I will admit, there is a slight bias from myself here. Obviously, it's a role-playing series. But given that we've had 2 characters die very quickly back-to-back, I am gonna not kind of metagame it. Certainly not. But I want to help steer things maybe back on track a little bit, given that we've been a very rocky start so far. Entertaining, indisputably, but somewhat rocky. So if we can guide him a little bit. And to be fair, we're also playing this character right now. We're a tiny child. If we were the parent doing it, that'd be a bit meta. But we are Jenga, you know? I wake up in the middle of the night feeling hungry. Perhaps I should get a quick midnight snack. I'll get it myself. Playful, willful, or conscientious. There's a 25% chance of nothing. Best outcome, arguably conscientious. But again, both of the other outcomes are fine. Call a servant. Haughty is pretty bad. Proud, arbitrary, or cruel. 2 of those make for a bad ruler. Proud is fairly neutral. Rowdy could become dull, as we discussed before. That'd be terrible. We've had that before. It became honest. Or fussy. Fussy isn't bad. Certainly not for a, again, kind of a stewardship character. Patient, greedy, paranoid. They're all very good traits, I would argue. Maybe I should not. Indolent and timid are both terrible. So humble, shy, craven from timid. Indolent leads to charitable, slothful, or gluttonous. Brooding isn't bad, just wrath or envious, but arguably it's only just that we really want there. And affectionate is pretty terrible. Idolizer is okay, but could lead to frail, which wouldn't necessarily be, again, so bad with this character. Erudite's pretty good. I think the top option is indisputable, plus we want conscientious anyway. If we get it, we're on a very good path. We got nothing. Well, that was a complete waste of time. Sorry about all that inside baseball that ended up being inside nothing. Maybe for the best. Let's burn some places down. And how long have we got again? What year was it? 887. Oh, so we've really got not much time at all then. About, get this, about 2 years or so. We stole some relic of this guy's that we already had, so we've destroyed the duplicate because we're very concerned about, what's the word? Counterfeits. That's the word. 3.3 gold in exchange for economic innovations, giving 100% spread rate to our economy technology. So, in that sense, it means that any of these technologies here, this is what we have in our capital, but only our capital, right? Any of these could spread to the adjacent provinces. That would be very good, because then suddenly shipbuilding level 2 in one of the other provinces we own in Iceland, of course, means more ships from that one as well. This is always something that I find a lot of new players can't really get their head around. It's like really bizarre, it being tied directly to your capital, but it does kind of make sense when you're used to it. Of course, we'll adopt that. I don't know why it's even up for debate here, given that we've got 1,400 gold. I'd love to build another wonder with this guy, particularly because if we do become a merchant republic, the City of Wonders becomes an option for us, unlike when we were feudal and it was, well, impossible. Nice work. Okay, that's a good start. How much was it we needed? 4,000 gold for the City of Wonders? Genuinely, I bet we can do that before this kid... Before we have to worry about it, you know? Before we even get the option to build a City of Wonders, to be completely honest. We'll go for Anglesey. It used to be a safe bet, but they've gotten... Oh, here you go. We guarantee Diligent. We can guarantee Diligent. I mean, Paranoid is also very, very good. In this situation, Gunmar approves of our Patient Diligent. It will be incredible for us. Patient Diligence is a little bit weird, given they're both obviously separate traits, but there you go. What a guy. This kid could come out great. Oh! Gunnar? What did he do, that son of a bitch? He left our court. He tried to form a raider band, but then it didn't work for whatever reason. Now he's left our court. Can we get him back? No. Gunnar? Invite to court? We can bring him back. He had a weird midlife crisis there for a second. He's like, no. This kid's doing so well, I could do well for myself. And he tried to leave our court. No, no, no. You come back and you educate us, old man. God damn. I cannot in good conscience abandon my current liege. Why? Oh, he's still technically going out there looking for troops, I suppose. Wow, he really... What if we invite him with promises? It's a Grand Council position, of course. I can't invite him with promises because we're not... Can we buy a favor? It is possible to invite him if we buy a favor from him. Don't give up. This guy's so good. Come on. There you go. There you go. There you go. Okay, come on. Invite to court. You have to join me now. You don't have a choice. There you go. That was a little risky there for a second because we certainly won't get an educator more suited to us than this guy. Boom. That's a bit shitty that he was just able to up and leave our court like that, especially because he was a councillor too. He was only court chaplain, so I guess he wanted a higher post in life. Arn Grimmer, welcome back. Let's just hope that that favor and that high opinion of us is enough to keep him here. We could like marry him off to one of our sisters. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Marry him off matrilineally to our aunt. Sorry, yeah, I meant our aunt. I think that's a good idea. That'll force him to stay in our court. Oh, cool. Prove relations with one of our vassals there. That's good. And actually, Anglesey turns out was a safe raid. Great news. Look at that. Ah, prisoners. That's something we can also be working on with our tiny child character here too. I have so high hopes for this kid. If we get shrewd, like genuinely, we are in such a good situation, and we'll find out very, very soon. 16th of November. We've only got 11 months left to go. Are we going to burn Gerda Gandalf's daughter. She's not relevant to our realm, and if we don't do it, it'll piss off our seer, our counselor. We don't want to target on her back. Sacrifice her for our own greater good. I think that's fair. Oh, God. Unless you want to try and burn Shalbo, I disagree with that one. He is way more valuable to us the way he is. We have an imprisonment against him. I'm not going to do that, though. He's genuinely way more valuable to us being our trade master, so fuck that. Oh. Alerted? What was my... Is that my PC? Good God, it sounds like it's about to take off. Alerted by a growing feeling of itchiness, you are reported to notice the appearance of a bright red rash on your body. There's no outbreaks, right? It symptom is not due to a serious illness. We have nothing. It's so rare that you get diseases up here in Iceland because we're obviously in the arsehole of nowhere. Okay, sure. Do my best to treat my symptoms. +2 health. I think we'll be fine. I swear it ends up being like rabies or something. Oh, we got another strange chest and another book. I guess we'll pay for the translation. Why the hell not? Right. Look at this. Starting off this kid's life with 2,000 gold would just be absurd. Oh, you know what? I did the same thing again. Oh, it's adjacent sea province, right? You know what? It might not matter that we had him in the wrong port there. Oh, shit. Our retinue's about to get collapsed. Oh, God. Flee, 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 flee. Okay. Managed to keep a lot of our guys together there. Nice. University in Paris. Following the trend in recent years, Paris has also founded a university. This has been a notable boon to the people of France. Probably not that much. The prison guards failed an attempt by this girl. Arngrimmer the Affable was trying to free this girl. Arngrimmer? What the fuck? Throw her back in the prison. Arngrimmer has also been in prison for his betrayal. Why? Maybe as a chaplain he felt fairly... I don't know, like fairly soft towards her. She's a different religion though, right? What a dick. Oh, of course, we're trying to settle more... We're trying to get more Han Chinese settlers into Iceland. How could I forget? Let's build up some more zeal while we're there. Okay, where are we going to raid now? The problem is, like, with Ireland becoming quite a powerhouse here, it's making it very difficult for us to get much gold out of the Isles anymore. Rash is gone. Okay, so it wasn't anything serious. That's good. I didn't know if they were going to try and throw us off there. Another character dead in a short period of time. That would have sucked. And only 2 more months until we finally see how good he comes out. All we've got to do is make sure that... Oh, you know what? Gunnar as our leader isn't bad. We've got to try and kill off our half-brother before he comes of age. He's also coming out very well. Patient, just, groomed. Curious as well. He could get shrewd. Willful, could be ambitious, brave, or stubborn. This kid could also come out good. We might... And he's our rival, too. Oh, I remember, because we had the option to either, you know, make him like us in exchange for, like, getting timid or some shit. We need to take him out. Our other brother is becoming quite powerful, and he's going to be a vassal. But like, powerful as a character and powerful for the realm. Oh, fuck. No, we messed it up. We really dropped the ball. We did gain shrewd. Okay, then. Whoa. So we really fucked up our education, like, really, really badly. Our hair and our beard is, like, very much in a strange place there. Really fucked up our education. We did get shrewd, though, so overall, we're quite a well-rounded character. Very unfortunate that we dropped the ball there. Luckily, I would argue that the kind of stewardship is one of the easier educations to upgrade. So let's go business focus. And let's just hope we can upgrade it with the trade route quest or something like that. Become the King of Norway. No, thank you. See the round prospect or groom an heir. We don't really have that many ambitions, do we? Huh. Okay. Worship the ancestors. Hold a blue. Well, we'll become a moneylender, because that just gives us some free stuff. Let's study Eastern religions. Get a little bit of Taoism back into us there. We could repay that final loan. What is it? Just Temple Vassal opinion, though. Oh, as moneylenders a small debt. It's not really relevant. The reason it's good to pay it off is because it's money in the bank. So you can borrow 300 gold 5 times with an increasingly terrible effect. If we pay that off, that's 300 gold in the bank that if someone declares war on us, we need to take out an emergency loan. We can get access to it. Honestly, I don't think it's relevant. So, let's worship the ancestors. Prosperity and growth through our realm. Our guy also had that guild artisan backstory, if I'm not mistaken, so that'll be our focus here. Let's... Oh, man, I don't want to pick any of these ambitions because they don't really do anything for us. Oh, well. Right. This lady is smart. +2 to everything. Not fantastic, but okay. I want to kind of swing for the fences a little bit here. Genius? Prodigy? Nothing. Oh, she's not bad. Prolific, 50% fertility, attractive, +30, attraction, opinion, and burly. That's certainly not bad. We'll keep her on our shortlist. She's only 3, though. So quick. Too young. Astute? Nothing. And I did check prodigy, didn't I? Yeah, nothing there. And there's smart, which isn't even worth it. And we could take her as a wife for now. There's got to be someone out there we can get that's better than that, though. Let's take a look around here. Let's do some shopping. Diplo range preferably. Married, no. Gender, women. And let's go for genius. See, there is her, but we would never be able to marry her. He just would refuse it because we're an infidel. Yes, he's certainly not up for that one. Jin She is our culture. Taoist. Genius. Daughter of an old emperor. You know, she could work. She's probably also... She is by extent a distant relative. Because that guy, I believe, was our great-great-great-great-grandfather. So that's going well. Carry on with the inbreeding. I bet she probably would marry us, too. No, really. Too important to send away. Oh, she's a counselor, perhaps. I guess because she is a character from China, then. We could request ourselves an imperial marriage from China. They generally have quite good stats by default. So that could work. I wonder if we could go invite with promises. Will she join us? False religion. Wow, even though we're the same culture, she's just not up for it, huh? Damn, we could buy a favor? If we could persuade her a little bit more, we could buy a favor and then bring her over. She is 34, though, so it's... Okay, you know what? It actually does work. We found a genius. Okay. I'm going to sacrifice her rather than pluck out our eye. I don't think our character would do that, even if he is a lunatic. Let's do that, then. Oh! Or the pillaging and looting undertaken in your name has earned you a reputation as a fearsome Viking raider. So even though we didn't do the pillaging, because our armies did the pillaging, last episode, then even though it was slow, certainly paid off. Look at that, Viking immediately. Doesn't really make much sense, but there we are. Right, where did that courtier go to? Let's go arranged marriage between us and... Oh, you know what? I've got him invited. That was just a favor. Mine's court with a favor. 34, so she's not that old. With demand conversion, she's less likely to piss off again. So I'm alright with that. And anytime now. Want her to like us as much as possible. And then arranged marriage, her to us. It's fine. She's lowborn. We lose a little prestige. That's okay. We were sitting on a bunch of prestige. Let's order an honorary title. What do you think? Like, law speaker? There you go. Just trying to get her opinion up as high as possible. We could give her some clutter, because we'd have a lot of that. Name her a designated regent? Sure, it doesn't really matter. I trust her. She likes us a lot. She's got great stats as far as regent goes. We could do a significant amount worse. Just, kind, deceitful when needs be. Game master, so she's got some brains to her as well. I think that's acceptable. Let's go groom and F, 20% fertility. Let's try and bring this round back together. Of course, that was our previous character's dream, right? To reunite the realm. Our guy, quote-unquote, saw magic in the field. What was it? He saw magic in a forest. That's right. Somebody in the comment section said, oh, it was obviously his father and some of the Trade League people trying to do alchemy or whatever. I like that mindset, because it's really hard to tie it in otherwise without the Hermetic Society, which is something we can't do. So let's dive in then. Guild Artisan, remember, is the key point. Gain 1 gold and lose 1 gold. Okay, we are in. Let's try this again. Let's try and get further than our previous character. Let's hold another great blot. You've sent out summons to all the vassals of the blot. Those who have been baptized or professed to follow the teachings of the prophet will have to offer gold to be exempt from this magnificent feast. Let's bring our vassals on board. And then, maybe we bring our vassals on board, if you know what I'm saying. Now, we have, I think, more than enough justification to want to kill our younger brother. He's our rival. We literally hate him. Minus 100 opinion. So I think we're going to immediately start to try and kill him off. He has, oh my god. He has one of the feathers of Odin's ravens. He must have just got it randomly as a child. Even more good reason to kill him. Again, it's a little bit sweaty, but if we rolled a character who was like, I love my family, I would absolutely not be killing these people. He is our rival. Our father tried to bring this realm back together. We're finishing his work. Bear in mind, we also want to become a guild artisan. I think there's plenty of justification for this one. The guests have arrived, and the time has come for the blot to begin. You gather outside the temple and start by offering animals as sacrifice to the gods. Now for the human sacrifice, and of course, we've stacked our prison. Arngrimr, the traitor, dies. And then, oh, we're not going to sacrifice the girl that he tried to free. That would have been an incredible irony. You know what? We still can. We could ransom her out, of course, for 10 gold. We can still sacrifice her. Perfect. I love that. Second return of age, our first blot, as they spell it here. We bring Arngrimr up, throw him on a tree. We sacrifice her in front of him. Wow, that's cruelty. Well, it's not really cruelty. It's part of our culture. You just don't understand. Does it say Italy? What the fuck? Well, that was not really what I was expecting, but all right then. Never mind, I suppose. And of course, we're still Vikinging out here, so that's quite nice. Until next time. Army morale, prestige, piety. Well, let's see what we can do then with the Great Trade League. Great Trade League. Go to market, ask for a loan, offer to buy trade goods. I would love to do all those things. And I think our big focus for them for the short term is bring the round back together. For sure. And with this guy in particular, becoming that merchant republic one way or another would be fantastic. Absolute tribal organization. The one thing we did achieve with our last character, even though it was very short-lived, was we moved towards... you know what? We could... Actually, the council are well on board with it. Could we do it immediately? They approved it instantly. They love us as a leader. They love me. All the people of East Iceland will be invited. I will soon no longer be a boy, nor am I a man. The time has come for me to perform the rite of passage that will mark the beginning into adulthood. The shamans assure me that the larger and louder the ceremony is, the more likely the spirits will be to bless me. All the people of East Iceland will be invited. It costs 150 gold. Normally, hideously expensive for a tribal leader. For us, it is but a dent in our sizable sack. Winky face. A large crowd has reunited around my palace, waiting for me to emerge as a grown man. Have they not seen me for years? The sound of chanting, cymbals and drums echo all the way to my chambers while I prepare myself. The shamans warned me this is a delicate and dangerous transition when the spirits roam closer to the world of the living. Spirits, watch over me. Sign of prosperity, I think is the most appropriate here. That gives fertility and sex appeal, but I'm choosing to interpret that literally as prosperity, not necessarily form, but of realm. You know, we're trying to become an artisan again. Sign of power. Sign of shadows for tricks. That could work quite well as well. You know, we're a dynasty somewhat mired in a little bit more shadow now, thanks to our last character. Will they spare me from death and sickness, I wonder? Sign of death. Ooh, dangerous. No, I think we'll go prosperity, because again, we're trying to do that whole guild member thing based on our random backstory. I like that. And the fertility and sex appeal might work out very massively in our favor, given that we have a genius wife. The libation of the eminent protector general addresses a letter to the sage high chief of the high chiefdom of Iceland, high chiefly. May the divine guide your path. The relationship between our nations, my master, has sent me a mission to your domain. It would honor me to visit your court and discuss philosophy. Ah. Okay. Bearing in mind, though, the new rulers of China are Jurchen, which presents a couple of issues. Number one, their names become very hard to pronounce. Not that I was having, you know, much better luck with the Han names. Secondly, they're a different culture to us now, so it's not like we even get the bonuses for them visiting. The fact that we are culturally similar. Fine. You're always welcome in my realm. 100 grace. And, you know, we should start working with this new dynasty a little bit, too. We could send them gold. We do have a lot of gold. We could send our mother as a concubine. That's quite funny. Oh, I almost feel ashamed of sending her away, though. I would rather keep her in court and try and give her an opportunity to do something cool, you know? We will visit China. For sure, we will go over in China and see our ancestral lands. I think that's a great idea. We'll wait a little bit longer. We'll wait for this trip to be over and our character to, you know, come of age. Or whatever the event was. Oh, shit. Goldie G. Oh, you idiot. You let everyone know about my plot to kill Chief Godslayer Renji during a drunken stupor at the local tavern. Never should have included that drunken blabbermouth in this plot so delicate. My reputation is ruined. Well, if he didn't want us dead before, he does now. God damn, what a Chad this guy is. Look at that chiseled jaw. Actually, now that I look at him, if we were to say, give him a haircut, which unfortunately I can't do, big Joe Rogan vibes. I'm not a fan of that. Right, you know what? Let's send some gold out there. Here, you take this. Little bit of cash for you, my friend. Let's get a spy master to work. It's going to be quite difficult to kill this guy off. Hollow the Nun, who's apparently friends with us. Of course, I forgot about that childhood event we had with her. So he owns this province here. Well, let's see if we can send Hollow the Nun. This might be hilarious for those of you seeing whatever anime she's based on. We're going to send her to try and assassinate our brother. 87%. Man, it's as far as we can get. Okay. I will send some generic gifts out. Now, these aren't going to bring these people to our plot, but they will endear these characters to us. Perhaps in the long term, we could become friends with them. That's very possible. So I'm going to attempt to do that where we can. If we start swaying them now, in fact, we should absolutely do it. It's got the highest plot power. May, our spy master. Oh, his spy master. Okay, let's try and win you over. He's got 100 opinion of us. The chance of a friendship occurring from that is possible. Let's see what we can do. Is our... Oh! I have my servant buy an exquisite garb of Chinese silk with the proper accessories in preparation for libationer Asaruku's arrival. However, as I welcomed him in his entourage, the sight of my new robe seemed to displease him. Later, the translator told me I wore several attributes exclusively to the Emperor's family. I mean, technically, if you track the generations back far enough. Oh, God. Well, we wore an inappropriate dress, so we've lost opinion with China. Never mind. The Xia Empire will not be pleased. We'll make a personal visit to go and sort that out. Hello! Appears my services are no longer required. Thank you, Xiaobo. He's given us his gold. Wow, he had a lot of gold. He was doing pretty well there. And we've got some stone statues and creative stones there. Thank you. Much appreciated. You can invest. What do we need for our Merchant Republic? Let's take a look. So we have absolute tribal organization, arguably the hardest part. We need a large market city in East Iceland. Alternatively, we can do it by becoming guild master of the trade league and then picking the become merchant republic option. That's generally, like I said before, if you want to be a feudal character and you want to flip over to republic. But for us, it's more or less irrelevant. It's obviously easy to take the decision. That dragon's also wearing paint, which looks incredible. Okay, so we need to build a large market city. Let's take a peek. So we need to upgrade this fully. We've got this one currently going well for us, so I'm all right doing... Let's flip you over to that. We've already got the tech that we need then, so that's fine. I guess we'll visit China. I'm pretty sure what we need is city construction, unsurprisingly. So what can we invest in right now? Lots of military tech points. My God, loads of military tech points. What happened there? Okay. Wow. Military organization for even more retinues. It's really hard to disagree with that when we have the ability to raid. I'm going to go for it. Also gives morale of armies, land organization, etc., etc. Eventually, we can't keep dropping points into that. But for the time being, it's still, I think, the right decision, given that there's so much loot out there for us to grab. Let's kowtow to China. We're going to take a journey to the inner lands of the Xia Empire and bow before the Emperor in an act of servitude. Unfortunately, again, in this situation, because it's the Jurchens in control now, we might get along with the common people, you know, the native Han people, but the ruling dynasty is not going to be too pleased about us. Not necessarily too pleased, but we're not going to get any bonuses or anything like that. Dear husband, I've been appointed your regent. Thank you, wife. And goodbye. It's going to be a hell of a long journey. Ilva has raised religious zealots that I'm immediately going to get rid of because they'll be very upset that we're not waging any holy wars, basically. Difficult to do so when you're up in Iceland and your only real inroads of what? Scandinavia? Although, to be fair, they're Hindu now. Oh, shit. We got it again. That's insane. One day as you were returning to your great hall, you notice an old man stumped over a tree stump. Curious, you move towards him. You look at him and you notice you are crestfallen. He looks crestfallen. My God. He gazes at you with his one eye and sadness and says, stranger, have you forgotten how to read? And I say, yes, Odin, I might have. Have you forgotten the old ways as well? All these jarls and kings, and not one of them honors the gods of old. One day we shall be punished for it. That is not true. For I still follow the old ways. We do. We may speak a different language. But we do still follow, truly in our heart, Odin. Even more so now that I've fixed the religious names. It's no longer God_the Thunderer. You set out to honor the gods. Absolutely we do. Actually, we've set out to China. It's going to be a hell of a fucking journey. My God. We'll get home one day. The cursed ring of Andvrari has created a gold from nothing, but for a price. Yeah, no, get that unequipped right now. You can piss off. I should have double-checked this. So when we turned into an adult, some of the artifacts that are capable to equip will have been equipped in the form of Andvaranaut, but some won't have. Like, the useful ones weren't, of course, but the one that will kill us was, which is quite annoying. I really should go through and sort out our artifacts at some point. Make sure we've got, like, kind of the right things equipped or the most appropriate things equipped. I think we're fine, though. This looks all right for a start. I'll probably be fine. Don't worry about me. Yeah, okay, that's fine. 20 gold, but chance of being cursed? Okay, we got away with it. We weren't cursed. Our wife fell pregnant before we left for China. It is fantastic news. If that kid comes out genius, it's a 10 out of 10. It could also get comely burly as well. That would be phenomenal. Ah, fellow travelers, a military man exclaims, emerging alongside a group of soldiers from trees surrounding our camp. I am Captain Si Quan. We are here to escort my lord to Hangzhou. He gestures for his troops to join my entourage for the evening. I apologize again for the pronunciation, as always. Oh, he's got Jan, that's cool. And he's also got a fish. Oh, that's so cool. It's disseminated through like a merchant fleet here. Oh, sorry, a mercenary fleet. Oh, Captain, there's been a change of plans. Well, we obviously did not hire the mercenaries. The caravan might benefit from some more military protection. We're going to give him 18 gold, which is, of course, fair. So all the events in CK2, the gold prices are generally based on your monthly income. Because our monthly income is dog shit. In fact, less than dog shit right now. It's based on your monthly income, though, not your overall balance. Not your net gold, but your flat income. Because ours is so garbage, though, it's making all the event prices very low. But the bonus to that, of course, is because we've got so much gold from raiding. We're quids in. We can do so many events you wouldn't normally be able to do as a tribal ruler. Ah, there's been a change of plans. We gain +1 martial, plus 10% plot discovery chance for a long-ass time. For 3 years, in fact. So let's do it. There has been a change of plans. Sorry, my WhatsApp is dinging there in the background. Hopefully you can't hear it. You've organized a giant brawl of your men, a simple contest of strength. The crowd cheers as the men fight to prove themselves in vicious combat. Thor, lend me your strength. Now, this could be... I don't want to go against the character, who, of course, was a guy... who had the guild artisan background, hence why we're part of the Great Trade League, where we literally can become a guild artisan. But there was that kind of magic aspect of things, which could tie into religion, depending on if we want to... Oh, well, that sounded more controversial than I intended. The mysticism aspect of the Germanic faith could tie into it, for example, the Wander event. I think, even though he isn't necessarily a character... I was going to say who's into martial, but no, absolutely is in hindsight. It's literally his highest stat. Fuck it. Thor, lend me your strength. 67% chance to gain 100 prestige and 3.7 gold. I think we'll be fine. We weren't. We didn't get the gold. Fuck. Really? Or was it prestige? My bad. As you leave the fighting pit, you spot a skald explaining the tale of Ragnarok to some children. When Ragnarok comes, the giant Surt shall slay Thor. Jormungandr shall swallow Odin whole, and the dreaded Fenrir shall devour Heimdall. The skald is spewing nonsense. You decide to correct him. He is, in fact, spewing nonsense. It is, in fact, Fenrir that kills Odin. Actually, hang on. Fenrir kills Odin, correct. Jormungandr kills Thor. It absolutely does. And Surt kills Freya. Yes, correct. I'm 100% sure that is correct. But I'm reading through the other options anyway, in case they're trying to bamboozle me. Surt kills Freya. Jormungandr kills Thor. Fenrir kills Odin. Jormungandr technically doesn't kill Thor. Thor kills Jormungandr, then drowns in his blood, as far as I recall. Either way, let's do it. My god, I'm being tested on my mythology here. This isn't alright. I didn't sign up for this shit. My liege, I believe that one of your vassals can be discouraged from associating with conspiratorial factions, says Hollow the Nun. It's our brother. Sure. Obligate him. Use legalism to gain an advantage. It's his weak point. Brother? Let's have a chat. He's a very good character. He's like very good. Oh! My warriors are what the fuck? My warriors are sprawling through the streets of York to take their hard-fought loot, and I receive news there is a small pocket of defenders hiding in the area. It's a band of mercenaries led by a man called Eldred. The leader claims he has no quarrel with us. In fact, we're ready to join my army for the right price. I challenge you for leadership of your band. Well, we're in China, so we're going to say we can hire his raiders for a few months, lose 150 gold, but gain 146 men. That is not worth it. I have no need of you to be gone. Plus, we're in China, so let's play the character a little bit. Renji is bending to us. He knows that we have the legal upper hand here. Very good. That's kind of cool, though. I've not seen that before. I believe that's added by the Orders of Chivalry mod, specifically. One of the kind of warrior societies. Our caravan has been camped by the roadside the whole day. The sky is pouring over us with unusually heavy rain. It's Thor. The whole situation has brought my thoughts to my late father, Slurvar. He was a good person. Like fuck, he was. The man was an idiot, riddled with syphilis. Or was it, wait, what was it? Was it syphilis? Yeah, it absolutely was. He was such a good person, sure. Or we can tell him to piss off. It's basically the choice is either monthly piety. We can't dwell on the past and need to carry on forward. What did we think of him? I mean, we probably didn't have an opinion of him. He died when we were super young. He was a good person. I feel like people wouldn't have told us he was a good person either. No, I can't dwell on the past. I need to carry on forward. I don't think I've ever picked that option before in CK2, but I believe it's more appropriate for the character at this point. Legends say that Odin... Oh my god, that's me saying I'm not going to sacrifice an eye, but maybe we should. Are we particularly zealous? We've got high learning. It's our second highest stat. We're not cynical. We were cynical though, right? Did we lose it? I guess we must have. Diligent, honest. We are a Viking. And quite clearly we care something about the legends. Legends say that Odin sacrificed his eye for knowledge. What is the value in your eye compared to wisdom? Well, our father cut out his eye and so did his father before him. Alright, you know what? In the All-Father's steps I follow. And wisdom is very much what we're after. Money is power, and wisdom is power, and money is wisdom. As the old adage goes, I think Sun Tzu said that. Yeah, obviously. Sun Tzu? That sounds wrong now that I've said it out loud. In the All-Father's steps I follow. Well, there goes that. Oh, you can at least wear a cool eye patch like your ancestors. Hopefully, bear in mind we just cut our eye out on a trip to China, remembering our father. We remembered him. We thought we must move on. We sliced out our eye like he did to honor him, but then we just carried on. Thank God we got that health bonus, huh? 0.5 out, that's -2, but we're burly, so we do get a side bonus in that regard. I think we'll be fine. Everybody knows that I spent several years directing the work of my book. When today I'm presented with the final product, frankly, I find myself a little disappointed by it. That's probably because you were a friggin' child when you wrote it, you dick. To My Descendants by Godslayer Zengar. Oh, it's book quality 1. Oh, that's not even worth equipping. Where is it? Codex Godslayer, the other book we wrote, was quality 3, so we really did fuck that one up. To My Descendants, Dynasty Opinion +5. Guess it couldn't hurt. Been appointed to my region? I would hope so, given that we're in China. Your copy of the poetry of Du Fu has become old and worn out. Save it. We've got the money. We've had a child. We've named it Slurvar. Oh, that's quite nice. The question is young Slurvar any good? We have 72 opinion of Slurvar, so that might imply he has something good going for him. Oh, unfortunately not. Comely. So he's got something. Aries. Diplomacy. He gets the diplomacy bonus. That's why we have a higher opinion than standard. That's a shame, but okay. You know what? I'm going to keep the name Slurvar. It's a classic name. It's good for the dynasty. And we, being a character so dedicated to this cause of the guild, like our father before us, we're going to force our child to be educated in that. Again, we'll randomize that character's backstory when we play him. It might go against his education, but I think for the time being, that's fine. And here we are. Finally, we've arrived in China. Our caravan has been approached by a smooth-faced Jurchen man claiming to be a renowned trader. After finally getting my attention, he beckons me over to his own horse when there's something strapped to the saddle. The name's Yawuta, my lord. Might my latest acquisition interest you? A Jar treatise on law for 150 gold, or flattery gets you nowhere, peddler. I'll take it. These books that you can get from China tend to be very good. Jar treatise on law, Vassal opinion +5. Again, it's much better than some of the books we've got, especially the book we just fucking wrote. No, I want to maintain his friendship. The spy master on the man we're trying to murder. That's a valuable target. And again, we might be able to actually get to... There is nothing Vikings love more than raiding. So what better way to honor the gods than killing helpless fools in their names for treasure and glory? To continue the quest, you must personally raid holdings. The tougher the better. Wow. So this is obviously our quest for Odin. We've answered the quiz correctly. We cut out our eye. We did the battle for Thor. Now we have to prove ourselves. We have to raid holdings. And to be fair, with 18 Marshall, absolutely doable. For sure. I'm just hoping we don't suddenly die of our wound now, because that would be devastating when we've dedicated already so much time to this character. We'll finish burning York down. We're doing the world a favor, in my opinion. We're good. We're okay. Oh, thank God. Okay, we're doing good. At the age of 17, an incredible character. We're also known as the Frank. How dare you? We're not Frank at all. We're Han. Although I know it's quite difficult to keep track. I'm concerned about my dear Slurvar. Well, if his namesake's anything to go by, I am too. The stars will reveal the future for my heir. Yeah, let's do it. And look, there you go. He was born under extremely auspicious stars. This isn't the guaranteed outcome. We just got very lucky getting this twice. So he gains 1 health permanently. Fantastic news, especially given some of the risks we've had recently. 20% chance of him gaining 2 stats. Or I should say he will guarantee gain 2 stat in one of the 5 skills. And our vassals gain an opinion of him. And he gained learning. Not necessarily the best stat, arguably the worst stat that you could have got there, to be honest, little slither. But that's okay. So, for today, why don't we leave it there? Incredible inroads with this new character. Only the age of 17, we've already started to impress Odin. We've gone on a trip to China. We've secured some pretty good artifacts. We made ourselves over 2,200 gold. All we need now is to build a city in East Iceland, which we are lacking in technology for. City construction specifically, like I thought it would be. All we need is a few levels of city construction, and we can found ourselves a merchant republic, and I bet we can do all that before the age of 30. This could be very, very incredible. Bringing the round back together is, of course, always a priority. But it's probably going to take a little while before that really starts getting into play. As long as we get back all of Iceland, I don't care if we lose that man or whatever. But if we get all of Iceland, again, building wonders, relics, filling up with holding slots, that's going to be the big play. So thank you all for watching. See you next time. I'm excited for where this is going to go. We might actually get a good character for once.